things you would need for this video is your boards. I'll have a video link in the description of how I make boards if you want to do it yourself, or you can go to a hardware store and get the measurements and have them print them out for you. I mean, you can get them cut out for you, but I am doing size newborn. And then what you want to do is you get your fabric and you're going to cut the head circumference plus 12 inches to 14 inches. And with the different sizes is, if you have a really stretchy fabric, you can cut 12 inches, but you have like a fabric that doesn't stretch that well, you can go up to 14 inches, and that's for the length. And you want to make sure you're cutting against the stretch, so you want to make sure the stretch is going this way. And another thing is for the height, when you do the height, I cut it at 8 inches. But if you want like a thicker headband, a thicker bow, what you do is cut more, because the when you get ready to make this, you're going to fold the fabric in half, and that'll be the length of your bow. So if I cut it at 8 inches, my bow is going to be 4 inches. If you want like a 5-inch bow, you're going to cut the height 10 inches. When you fold it over, it's going to be a 5-inch bow, and so forth and so forth. So the first thing you want to do is take your strip of fabric and you're going to fold it in half, and then you're going to take it over to your sewing machine or your serger, and you're going to sew a straight stitch going across. So I'm just going to take it over to my serger and I'm just going to sew straight across. When you're using your sewing machine, working with stretchy fabric, you want to make sure you use a zigzag stitch. So a zigzag stitch going across, or use a serger and sew that across. So I'll be back. So after you sew your straight stitch, well, your zigzag stitch, or use your serger, you're going to take it and fold it inside out with the right sides facing out. When you sew it, you want to make sure the right sides are facing each other. So you're going to flip it out, and then you're going to go over to your sewing machine, and you want to make sure you take the fabric and you're going to fold it in. Make sure the fabric is folded in. It don't have to be folded in that much. You can just fold it in 1 inch to a 1/2 inch. You can just fold it in. It's like 1 inch. And then what you're going to do after you have it folded in, you're going to go over to your sewing machine and you're just going to sew a straight stitch along the top on both sides, and I'll be back. And after you sew your straight stitch, but before you do that, you want to make sure when you sewing this edge closed, you want to have your seam in the middle. That will be your middle. And then you sew, but make sure your seam is in the middle. So after you sewn it with a straight stitch, you just cut off your extra. You want to make sure you're using a thread that matches the fabric so it can blend in better. So this with this straight seam, this will be your back piece, and the one without it will be your front piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my board, and this is for a newborn. And I'm just going to tie a knot. And then I'm going to tie another knot. And remember, this is my right hand and this is my left hand. After you tie one knot, you're going to tie it again. And then you just pull your loops out and play with it. And as you can see, both of my patterns is going in the same direction. So again, untie this. You want to take the fabric with your good side of the fabric, and you want to make sure that the pattern pieces is going the right direction. So I'm gonna flip this over, and as you can see, the pattern is going in the right direction, and the one on the back should be going in the opposite direction. I'm gonna take my board. This board is for a newborn. I will link in the description of how you can make bows. You can how you can make boards. You can even take the measurements to your hardware store and get some wood, and they can cut it out for you. So you don't have to spend a lot of money in purchasing them. You can make them yourself. So what you want to do, this is my right side and this is my left side. So again, you just want to take it. You're going to lay your right side down. Then you're going to put the left side on top. And then you're just going to go over with your left side as you tying it. And then you're going to tie it again. And I'm just going to pull it to make sure the fabric is going in the right direction. And I'm just going to fix it. You can fix it how you want to fix it. After you tie, you just play around with it until you get it to how you want it to be. And then I'm just going to pull this a little bit underneath, and I'm going to pull that a little bit so it's not too tight. And then I'm just going to take it off my board. And again, you just fix it to how you want it to be done. This is the front, and this is the back. Thank you all for watching this video. Please make sure you like and leave a comment. Let me know what you guys want to see. And make sure you subscribe. And you have a good day. Bye.